The heartbreaking situation behind Duck Dynasty, scandal, redemption, and legacy. When Duck Dynasty first aired in 2012 on A&E, it became an unexpected cultural phenomenon. Centered around the bearded, camo-clad Robertson family of West Monroe, Louisiana, the reality show followed the lives of a tight-knit clan who made their fortune manufacturing duck calls through their company, Duck Commander. Blending humor, faith, Southern traditions, and hunting culture, the series quickly gained a massive following. At its peak, Duck Dynasty was drawing in nearly 12 million viewers an episode, making it one of the most watched reality shows in cable history. But behind the laughter and family dinners was a series of controversies and personal struggles that eventually led to the show's downfall and left an indelible mark on the Robertson family. The rise to fame. The success of Duck Dynasty was a perfect storm of timing and branding. At a time when America was culturally divided, the show resonated with conservative viewers looking for traditional values on TV. The Robertsons, led by patriarch Phil Robertson and his sons Willie, Jace, and Jep, were portrayed as salt-of-the-earth entrepreneurs who built their success on faith, family, and hard work. Much of the show's appeal came from the Robertson family's unapologetic embrace of their Christian beliefs. They began and ended many episodes with prayer, often offered around a dinner table that symbolized unity. For millions of viewers, the Robertsons represented the values they cherished, but rarely saw reflected in mainstream entertainment. It's the scandal that shook the dynasty. In 2013, however, Duck Dynasty was rocked by a scandal that would change everything. In an interview with GQ magazine, Phil Robertson made a series of deeply controversial comments. When asked about sin, he listed homosexuality alongside bestiality and other actions he considered immoral, quoting scripture as justification. He also remarked that he had never personally seen the mistreatment of Black individuals during the Jim Crow era, implying that they were happy during that time. These comments sparked immediate backlash. LGBTQ+ advocacy groups, civil rights organizations, and countless fans criticized the statements as offensive, outdated, and deeply hurtful. In response, A&E announced that Phil Robertson would be suspended from the show indefinitely. The decision only added fuel to the fire. While many condemned his remarks, others rallied behind Phil, defending his right to express religious beliefs. Petitions to reinstate him gained millions of signatures, and several conservative politicians and commentators publicly supported the Robertson patriarch. A&E eventually reinstated Phil to the show after just 9 days, citing a strong response from fans and the network's commitment to free speech and diversity of thought. But the damage was done. Though Duck Dynasty continued for 4 more seasons, the scandal marked the beginning of its slow decline in popularity. Behind the cameras, family struggles. Outside of the public controversy, the Robertson family has faced a number of personal hardships that paint a more complex picture of their seemingly idyllic lives. Phil Robertson himself has openly discussed his troubled past, including struggles with alcoholism and infidelity before becoming a Christian. His honesty about those dark times has resonated with many, but also reveals that his road to faith came through turmoil. Jep Robertson, Phil's youngest son, has spoken about his battles with drug addiction and depression. In a deeply emotional video, he recalled being sexually abused as a child and how those experiences contributed to his mental health issues later in life. Sadie Robertson, daughter of Willie, rose to fame in her own right after appearing on Dancing with the Stars. While she became a role model for many young Christian women, she has also shared her struggles with body image and anxiety, especially after living in the public eye. Most recently, in April 2025, Sadie was hospitalized due to food poisoning during her second pregnancy. The symptoms mimicked early labor, and doctors feared complications. Thankfully, Sadie and her baby recovered, but the scare reminded fans that even reality TV royalty are not immune to real-life fears and uncertainties. End of the show and a new chapter. In 2016, A&E announced that Duck Dynasty would end after its 11th season. The decision was reportedly mutual, with the Robertsons feeling that it was time to move on. Some speculated that the political climate had changed, with Donald Trump's election bringing a shift in how conservative values were portrayed in media. Others felt the show had simply run its course. Since the show's end, members of the family have pursued individual projects. Willie Robertson wrote books and appeared at speaking events. Sadie launched a successful podcast and became a prominent voice in Christian youth circles. Phil started his own show, In the Woods with Phil, and continued to be vocal about his beliefs. Despite lingering criticism, the family has remained united. They continue to run Duck Commander and maintain a loyal fan base. Their story has even been turned into the Duck Family Treasure, a new reality series that blends adventure, family dynamics, and treasure hunting, giving fans a taste of the old Duck Dynasty magic with a modern twist. The legacy of Duck Dynasty. The heartbreaking element of the Duck Dynasty saga isn't just about scandal, it's about the way fame, ideology, and media scrutiny can change lives forever. What started as a light-hearted look into a quirky Southern family turned into a lightning rod for national debate on faith, free speech, and social progress. The Robertsons have tried to walk the line between standing firm in their beliefs and learning from their mistakes. But not everyone agrees they've succeeded. Yet the legacy of Duck Dynasty is undeniable. It proved that there was a large audience for faith-based, family-friendly programming. It launched careers, created millionaires, and brought complex issues to the forefront of American conversation. For fans, the heartbreak may come from watching a beloved family go through turmoil. For critics, it may lie in the show's handling of sensitive topics. But for everyone, Duck Dynasty remains a powerful reminder of how reality TV can reflect the best and worst of the real world.